G'day fishing legends, it's Cubits here, and today we're going to be talking about a little trick that I do use with soft plastics. And this is because I'm a cheap guy and I buy the cheaper, I use a lot of Z-Man stuff, and I use the TT Lures, I think they're called Headhunter jig heads. Let me see, they're just like this, they're the basic one that TT puts out. Let me see, yeah, they're called Headhunter jig heads. They've only got the very basic keeper, and the plastic tends to slip down, which is, but is it worth, spending extra money to go up to the ultra fancy ones that hang onto your plastics? And when it comes to like this super rubbery Z-Man plastic, there's a cheaper, better way to hold them on. You could use a bit of super glue and like a little dot of super glue and glue them on, but I don't like to keep glue out with me on the kayak because I'm going to puncture it and it's going to leak everywhere, or I'm going to stick my fingers together, or some spectacular failure. Instead, I do something a little bit easier where I take I'll take a soft plastic and I'll thread it on normally. So we've got like this little grub here on our 1/12. I use 1/12 and 1/20 in this, I think it's a size 2. Let me just double check on that. Yep, size 2. 1/12 and 1/20 I use on grubs and on crusties and all sorts of stuff like that. They're really good because the Z-Man plastic is so buoyant. You can actually run a little bit heavier on your jig head and still get a really slow sink point. And then what I do is I take another hook and I just grab a loop of plastic and then I just sort of turn it and feed it back over that jig head. So it goes over where your little line comes out. I've just got to stretch this one a little bit further, I think, to get it on there. There we go. And then just push my hook back through. And now there's like a tiny little rubber keeper. I'll actually hold it up to this one. There's a tiny little rubber keeper here now. And that is, like, this plastic is so strong that that'll hold for quite a while. Okay, so we've got our minnows and our 3/0 hook. We're just going to thread it on like normally, so it's going to come out the top like this. So we're going to take him and we're going to go right through the middle. And opening night, I love opening night, it's a good one. Like that, push him right on. Like that. And then we're going to take another one of our hooks. Yep. Oops. Alright, I'll just use the 1/2. Okay, and then we're just going to grab a little loop of the plastic just right through the top like that, and then we can just twist it and pull it down over like that. And then you got your little anchor here at the front. You got your little anchor there, and that will not slip down. If you take your anchor point from further back and pull more plastic forward, it'll start to cover the jig head like this as well. And that actually makes it safer for like bouncing off of jetties, and it's, makes your lure a little bit quieter, and it'll skip cast slightly better as well, with more plastic covering over that jig head. And yeah, you get this sort of look. We've got our nice little opening night's minnows, and he's ready to go and catch some bass or some flatties. And yeah, won't annoyingly slip down every time you cast and retrieve. Hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you out there sometime, hopefully from a safe distance. Bye guys.